Guys, welcome to the spiciest channel on YouTube, if I could say so myself. Today, I'm going to be bringing you, it's more or less an updated Fireking deck profile. You just need a lot of side engines within your main engine to actually like compete in the meta, because one of your engines gets hand trapped, you absolutely or interrupted, you absolutely need to try to go into your other engine so you can actually play Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, I am running the Tri-brigade version with another sorts of engines because I think that's the best way of going. I tried Fiendsmith, but it's like the Fiendsmith engine, yes, of course, so you don't run into Nibiru. But I feel like with this deck list, and there is a plethora of spicy combos and cards that you're going to be able to see, and I'll show you guys. I will be the one who to introduce you to these spicy combos if you guys didn't know. And you guys are gonna see that, yeah, this deck still has a lot of gas, no pun intended. And let's just get right to it. By the way, guys, happy New Year's. And again, I do this at the beginning of every single one of my videos. Shout out to the Yu-Gi-Oh community. You guys are the best. Every single Yu-Gi-Oh post I make or video has a lot of people commenting. They're very passionate about the game. You guys are the fucking best. I am making bizarre videos. The bizarre videos. I like to call it how do you call it, an auto chess game, online auto chess game. So if you like those auto chess games, I would suggest it a lot that you check it out. It's very, very fun. Um, but yeah, guys, I Yu-Gi-Oh is my hobby to heart, and whenever I get a chance to upload one of a Yu-Gi-Oh video, I just do it because, yeah, dude, I love it as shit. Right to it. Three Volcanics. This doesn't actually really change too much. You are playing three of these in every single iteration of Fireking, so yeah, just three of this. Three Kieran. Um, this is a card that has a love hate relationship. Before, no, because it's power creep. You can't just expect to play two card combos right now. This card doesn't do anything by itself. But knowing that there are 20 hand traps running around in each single deck, then if you have some sort of reassurance that you could play through one of them, that this is one card that helps you, you should run three of. So three Kieran. Let's talk about this first. I'm only playing one copy of Ponix. I was switching between one and two because yes, this is a great starter by itself. The problem is there are much better starters that actually just get you into Ponix. So again, if you're drawing multiple of these, is actually not good. So one is just good so you can search it, and if you draw, you're just gonna summon anyways through the combo, so it doesn't actually matter too much. One Karunix, like I said at the beginning of the video, you're able to run away one of this without being worried that it's going to get banished, because you do run the Tri-brigade engine, which allows you to run Revolt. So if this gets managed, you can just recur back into the graveyard again. One of the Brick and one Arvada. Yeah, of course, you just need one of the old Runics to summon them, all volcanics, and Arvada is just always going to be good, even just at one, because if you do actually need it to normal summon it to play through hand traps, that means your hand is like full of gas, so you're just going to island into this first before actually playing. So yeah. Three Fractal, and if you guys didn't know, Fractal is a one card combo. Yes, I'm going to show you how it is a one card combo. You're probably the people who don't know are probably saying like, "What? Fractal is a one card combo?" Yes, it is a one card combo. You guys are gonna see it now. But this is the Tri-brigade engine or ratio that I'm running. Is three Fractal, one Kit, one Nerval, and one Karaz. A lot of people have been playing multiple Kit, and I do understand the theory. You like pop it with this and you just go like infinite without actually like having to go into the Tri-brigade kit through sacred volcanics. But yeah, since this is a normal summon, that means you're basically running 6 normal summons to get you entire engine. By the way, like the normal summon for, I'll show you guys later in the combo, normal summon Fractal is literally like the same thing as resolving volcanic, so you guys are just gonna see that later. Double Blaster. This is a card when I when I was playing Pure Fireking, I was already keeping in mind that they're just gonna hit the deck just like they did in the OCG, like 1 to 1, Diabell start to 1, and of course you would have to like replace things that give the deck consistency. And this is one of the best cards if you guys want to look at the combo video. Of how crazy this card is in my channel. Just check it out, look for it, and bro, like, be amazed at how far this card gets you. And this is a card that it gives you extra, how do I say, protection against Rise Deal, because it just, if you guys don't know what this does, Electro Blaster special, basically when you normal special summon a fire, which you're gonna do always, it special summon itself, so it's already a good extenders. It dumps Magmacho Dragon into the graveyard, and whenever a fire gets popped, you can special summon this out and draw a card. So it's like you normal summon mechanics, which your opponent isn't gonna actually want to detonate in the first place. Because it's just gonna float around. Like the card's just gonna float too much for detonator to actually do something. They have to like detonator your link effects. But this just gives you extra protection. Like if you summon, let's say for example, go into Little Chimera for example, because you're gonna link up into Princess, then and this is in the graveyard, you just extend back into Princess. Anyways, so this card's just absolutely crazy. And Fair this deck has it has a really, I don't want to say tough problem going second, but it is one of the weaknesses of this deck. Like the full combos through Volcanics is crazy. Like the only problem is when you have to like crack a board, and this is a card that absolutely helps you. And yeah, you're already running it because it just absolutely, it becomes a body in the board. You can climb into Princess, and it gives you a fire for Volcanics in the form of the caster Race Heart. But it's just a really good card overall going second, and it absolutely just gets you like a free interruption in your opponent's turn going first. So it's like one of the most perfect cards you can run in this deck. Then the regulars, if a lot of people are picking up on this, and I absolutely think this is like the best version of, how do I say, your end board. Because it just gets you an Omni-Negate, and yeah, Omni-Negates are in a premium right now in every single deck. So yeah, so this card is just absolutely crazy. Because when you do your end board, if you can just get an Omni-Negate in between, that's really good. And yeah, and it's worth mentioning that Electro Blaster is a machine, and Amble is a machine. So even if you draw this, you can actually special summon it through your combos, even if you don't resolve the fuck, what's it called? The Sargus. 3 Ash. I decided to run the more trap heavy version of this deck because sadly this deck doesn't have a board breaker version of it, or if it does, it's not actually as good as this because the hand traps can turn into any Fireking monster with the island. So it's just worth running like a bunch of hand traps. You can't do Dominus Purge because you're playing the Tri-brigade engine, sadly. So this is the best hand traps that you could run. I didn't want to run full wallows here because I know a lot of people who play Fireking are just opting to, they're just sitting on a budget version. So I just didn't want to, like, you're already playing Fireking, which is budget enough. You can't, like, why would you add 4 wallows, right? Besides, I think these hand traps, the ones that just give you interrupts on your opponent's board when you already have your board set up, is better for this deck in general. Especially since you run one of the plays where you play against Nibiru is going Fireking, Coach, Wolfbark, or whatever it's called, and you draw 3 cards. If you can draw like even 2 of these hand traps, you're like all the way into winning pretty much the game. So those hand traps are just like more impactful going first. Of course, Fireking Island. I'm running multiple of these. I've seen a lot of people running like one of these. I don't understand why. I think they're just trying to maximize their end board by drawing like more extenders. I don't know what the thought process is, but you actually need to run double of these because you're not gonna consistently go into your board without getting interrupted, because guys, the Snake Eyes engine was absolutely broken in the sense that your opponent was going to hand trap the shit out of the Snake Eyes cards, and OSS was always going to resolve into the Fireking engine. That's not going to happen. Like, if Volcanics gets hand trapped, you're not going to see this. So if you see this and you see Volcanics, it's still going to be like more assurance for your end board combo. Plus, like, you can actually just draw that and hand traps, and you'll actually like get into a board. And the other Fireking card that I run is Circle. In this deck, this has more utility than the one that pops, because first turn it actually has like a purpose, because you can revive the Tri-brigade cards and lick off with this. And again, this card was always good, but I feel like the quick play version was better last format, I guess, or whenever the deck was full power. Because it just served you like the interruptions of popping are much more useful. It's not like that anymore. Like, Ryziel doesn't care about you popping cards, and Malice at some extent doesn't either, so this card's just absolutely better. And this is the spicy card. This is where we're going into the spice, by the way. Tri-brigade Airborne Assault. You guys don't know what it is. I'm laughing. What this card does essentially is it's a quick play spell card that targets a BBW. Yes, BBW. And for those who don't know what BBW means, it's Beast Warrior, Wicked Beast. So you target a BBW from your deck, special summon a BBW for your field. Sorry, target a special summon a BB Warrior from your deck with a different type than the one you targeted, but lower attack. So So this is one of the best extenders for the deck. You already know. If you already know how this deck plays, you're gonna go like, oh shit, this card actually just gets you for places, especially when you're climbing with a fire deck and you're like getting into Princess, you're already into a board. So if you summon Volcanics and then it gets negated and you activate this search kit, link off into a Chimera, and then you actually keep playing, like you're gonna see how broken this card is, and it's the card that helps you makes Fractal a 1-card combo, which I'm gonna show you at the end. But that card is one of the craziest extenders for the deck if you're playing the Tri-brigade version. Tool talents, guys. I've been an advocate ever since Prosperity came out. I have literal PTSD of drawing Prosperity into Prosperity. So it's the same thing with talents. I know this is like one of the best cards you can run as a 3-of in this format, but if you're running it, but even if Called by the Grave isn't that crazy main decking right now, it's better if you're just going first, because this can easily be a 3rd copy of talents. But I'm not fucking with that shit, dude. I just decided to run the Call by the Grave and 1-for-1 as the last magic card, and Tri-brigade Revolt as your last trap. Searchable, really crazy card. It's around 50. I was already fiddling with playing 45 or 46 cards, but I just said fuck it, let's add 3 more hand traps and 1 more card to just round it out to 50, because there's some bricks you don't want to draw, and I think 50 is a good number. It's like basically playing branded. You want to like draw like a combination of your engine and non-engine, so you don't actually lose. So yeah. Go right into the extra deck. The extra deck is very important because there's some cards you absolutely do need. It's like this one. This is Dawn and the Dagger of the Fur Hire. It's a target for Tri-brigade, but the most important part about this is that it gets out of the way for you to summon your Castro monsters, and it works as a bridge to activate your Quickblade Tri-brigade card, because it is a Beast Warrior and it's generic. So if you for example, if you special summon the Castra and get you the right hand, you can summon this, go into this, and then quick play out, and then you already have a board. There you go. You absolutely do need this card. Fairy Jeet, which is crazy that she's fire, by the way. That's one of the reasons why this deck has so much synergy. Sunlight, which I do still, this is correct. And one of the craziest reasons why this is only correct is because there's going to be so much times where you're just going to want to pop Ash to start your combo, so you absolutely do need that card. One of the cards that got me into playing this version of this deck is Double Dragon Lords, which bounces a card from the field to the deck to the hand, which is just crazy this format. If you You can opt for removal that doesn't actually destroy or send to the graveyard. It's one of the craziest cards you can run, because in this format, like against Raziel or Malice, if you bounce their shit to the extra deck or to your deck, it's like a crazy removal because it can't actually like fiddle with the monster anymore. So that card's really good. SP Little Knight, it's just for generic removal. Do Little Chimera, which is, you're already playing this, but you can summon them through the Tri-brigade monsters. Like, they're just fire beast monsters, so you can get into Princess, and of course this card is already good. Hida, play into Ash, Promethean Princess. This is a card I've been opting playing to 2. Will give you a much more grind game, but just playing the deck at locals and in general, it doesn't come up enough. But it does like playing with my 15 card extra. It hasn't been like a deterrent factor of me winning games or not, but it does make your games harder, knowing that you don't have a second copy of your extra. So if you can find space, that's one of the cards you can put it to. Shuri, which is like, again crazy. These are just really good forms of removal, like non-targeting banish, crazy. Ambler Whale, which is, you're already playing this as your endboard piece. And last but not least, Solantis combo in the form of Raging Phoenix and Solantis Dragon. Yeah, this is just one of the best way to OTK your opponents, and it's worth mentioning that one of the problems, I don't want to say problems, but this deck makes it a lot easier to OTK with Solantis because cards like Ferrocheat and Shuri just co-link with Solantis. So if you're like trying to OTK to through an empty board, like it's so much easier. And for the Exceeds, Coach King, this card, I was opting it to taking it out because when you go through your like main combo, it isn't a card that you tend to summon at all. By the way, like, you don't ever summon it. The only way you summon this is if you absolutely want to play through Nibiru, which is there's gonna be matches where you summon normal summon mechanics. She resolves. You activate the field spell, it resolves. So you're just reading that your opponent just wants to nib you, knowing that this deck is like nib prone. Sorry. So you can just summon this on your 4th summon, and your opponent's like, well, if you summoned that, he drew 3 cards, and like he just sat with a Nibiru in his hand, looking like a dumbass. So you actually just need to play this against. If you want to play reading a Nibiru and you can summon this, you just summon it. There's some combos where you can summon this instead of going Sargas, but I absolutely just prefer summoning Sargas because Sargas gets you an Omni Negate, and if your opponent's Nibiru's you at the Sargas combo, you still have an Omni Negate on their turn. But if they don't do it after, you just link up and you just summon the Omni Negate, and they can't actually Nibiru you anymore. So yeah, and obviously the Fireking XYZ, which you only need one. Yeah, that's it. I wasn't actually gonna give you a side deck, but I just put one up together so you guys can see what you should be playing in this version of the deck. It's just D-Berry with 3 of these. I was opting to play one a copy of this should be Sanctum along with the Lancias, but just then realizing that the purpose of the Lancia is just having to draw when you're going second against Malice, because first it's not really a problem because of course again if you full combo you're going into Princess, going into all your pops. I don't think Malice is gonna break your board too easily, but you absolutely need to draw this first when you're going second against them and not at any other point of the game. So Sanctum is still good, don't get me wrong, when you triple 6 talent into it, but you still absolutely need to run 3 of those. 1 Harpies for the triple attack destroy. This card's really good this one, especially against Raziel. especially against the bestial version. And oh, that's again that's one of the few things that makes this deck actually a little bit viable, because bestials don't hurt this deck at all, and a lot of people are just running rampant with bestials. This card is really good against Raziel and against Malice. This helps you clear out like their back row. One Skyburn to the decks that popping actually matters a bit against Malice, for example, you actually can put this in as an interruption, and this is very important against decks that summon Chaos Angel. That the deck really has no main deck out to it, so you actually need to side deck that card against them. The Bestial Engine is just generically good, especially against Raziel. And 2 copies of Phantasmi. This is just against Malice, and a lot of people know that if they pop your field spell card, you're absolutely just cooked. So this is like reassurance against people that, for example, have Cyclone in their side deck still. For example, this is a really good deck a good card overall, because it's just links are just prominent in this meta. The card's always going to resolve adequately. And last but not least, is skill drain for going first card. This card's just crazy. This card's just Exodia. So yeah, that's part of the side deck. So let me just show you the quick combo. Let me show you the Fractal one first, because I feel like that's the most important combo that people should know. Let me just get the Fractal right here. So what you're going to do is, when you're going to want to activate Fractal's effect, to send it to the graveyard. And send Kit to the graveyard. Trigger so you can set Narvel to the graveyard, which gets you... You're going to want to grab Fractal here. You can get the one that special summons itself. This really just depends on the card. But for the sake that you're just using this as your normal summon full combo, normal summon Fractal. You banish 2 Tri-brigade monsters here in the graveyard to special summon Bear Broom. Oh, by the way, it's a 1.5 combo, because you do need to shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck. Then you're gonna link off into Dual Chimera, and you're gonna get yourself a copy of Tri-brigade Airborne Assault. Shuffle a card back from your hand to your hand. Then you activate the Airborne Assault. Special summoning the BBW, Volcanics. You can already see where this is going. You link off. You're locked into links, but that doesn't actually matter at all. Princess, which special summons Volcanics, and there you go. Now you're resolving Volcanics, where you can pop this. You can pop a fire if you have it in your hand, but for the sake of just doing the combo like it is, we'll get you your copy of, and this is why I said you only need 1 Ponyx, because there you go, you already have resolving Ponyx, getting Sanctuary, getting Island. There you go. Pop here. Special summon this and this. There you go, guys. And then just combo off like there from how you would want to combo off. So that is the way to get you into your Fireking combos with Fractal. And for the sake of just showing you the Electro combos, so you don't have to... Cause listen, I'm looking out for you Fireking players. I got you. You don't actually have to... I got you. I'm going to show you the quick Electro Blaster combo, which you can just actually opt to play 3 of these, and you can just find space, just take a hand trap out, it doesn't matter. Normal summon this, trigger her effect first and his second to special summon itself. You can't chain block with this, sadly. Otherwise, I would put 15 of those in the main deck. Dump Mac Macho out, pop Electro Blaster. I always don't trigger the dragon here, just in case. It plays you a little better into Nibiru sometimes, so I don't actually try to summon the dragon there. Although sometimes it bites you in the ass in case they're saving the ash for the island. So, sorry, Ponics. Search Ponics, search Sanctuary, search Fireking Island, and then you can pop Volcanics here. And now you trigger. Now you're gonna trigger the Mog Bancho. This way you can block the. I mean, you're already special summoning, blocking the chain of the Garunic special summon, but you can block the summoning of Mog Bancho Dragon here too. So you get the brick. So you go like Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3. So these are all special summoned. So draw you a card. Doesn't matter. Then you link here into your Sargus. Sargus will search you a copy of the Therion card. Oh fuck! I even forgot because this combo is so crazy. You have to pop with Garunix here. This really just depends. You can go pop. I'm just so you don't have to go into Tri-brigade combo. You know how crazy it goes with that Tri-brigade combo. Just gonna go into Arvada here, special summon the Volcanics. Then just go link off here into Sunlight Wolf. Link off here. It's too little. Link off here. Special summon. Go into Ambler Whale. This is in your hand, sorry. There you go. You can special summon the Therion from your hand, equipping Sargus. And you're supposed to have a one card you drew from the Mog Bancho. And you have two. Oh, sorry, it's over here. It's the Volcanics. This is the card you drew from Mog Bancho. And then you have the Kirin in hand, and your opponent's Crackback. You can special summon Garunix, and Mog Bancho is in your graveyard, so you can draw an extra additional card. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is basically the Electro Blaster combo, which like I said earlier, you can actually just go into Fireking Coach Soldier anyways. But if your opponent's gonna Nibiru, you're at least gonna sit on the Regulus in your hand, which is still really good. And even at that point, before that point, your opponent nibbed you. You still drew a card with Mog Bancho. You still have the field activated, so you could, like, let's say for example, you drew into your Tri-brigade's cards. You could extend your plays into the Princess anyways. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be all the combos. I'm gonna try to make you a combo video just like I did with the Electro Blaster one, like just a slow combo video, so you guys can see like the intricate combination of cards, which are just crazy. Those are just the one card combo ones, so you guys know. Oh, let me show you guys. This is the one that's really important, so you don't play against Nibiru. Just so you guys know, I got you guys. So you're gonna normal summon Volcanics, pop a monster from your hand, fire monster from your hand, activate her effect. Get you Sacred Garunix with pop, which pops the Fireking avatar from the special summon the Fireking avatar from your deck, popping another Volcanics. There you go. You got 3 level 8 because this becomes the level of this. So then you just go pop into your oh god, he disappeared. There you go. Your Fireking Coach Soldier Fireking. Basically, your Coach Soldier, and you can detach 3, withdraw 3 cards with only 4 summons. So there you go. That's the way to actually summon him. And this combo is just infinitely better if you actually drew Kirin into this, because that means in your opponent's turn you can just actually interact with these. So yeah, that's the combo that you guys should know, so you don't never have to deal with Nibiru. So yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't give up on the deck. Besides, anyways, the new set is gonna bring out the monster. The monster does contact fusion for the Snake Eyes engine again, so you can actually like pseudo do an OSS, which is it's basically the same with a lot of steps, but it still just gets you into your Ponics through the Snake Eyes engine and bridges into the Fireking engine again, which is an important part, even though if it's like a lot of extra steps. So I think the deck is going to be a rogue with that card coming out. It's going to be much better than this version, I presume, because Wanted is a 3 and Diabellstar is a 3, so it's just better cards in general. And then you can run the Azamina engine too. So this deck is definitely the version to run beforehand. Yeah, I feel like this is much stronger than a lot of the builds going on. Like even with the crippled Snake Eyes version, even with the Nadir package, I think it's just much better in general. Again, guys, remember to like and subscribe to the video. I'm going to be bringing you duels with this deck, and yeah, the combo video if you guys like it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Again, shout out to you, computer, for being the fucking best.